Okay guys, I'm back. Someone asked me to do a brush collection video, and I have a lot of brushes, so I want to start kind of like this way, go in this direction, what I have. And some of my brushes are why I washed them. Let's start with what I washed. I have a large amount of brushes. I have a MAC brushes, Real Techniques. This brush I have for a very long time. It's a shader brush. It's from Sonia Kashuk. Inklot. I bought the Inklot set brushes. I hate them. I only kept a couple of brushes, and this is like one of them, the shader brush. I have a Coastal Scents brush, another MAC brush. It's a 214, I think. One brush from Makeup Forever, a 256 brush. Another MAC brush is a 228 brush. I really just don't know how to start this off because I do have such a lot of brushes. This one from Sigma F70, Sigma E38, a set brush that I got from Sonia Kashuk, the purple edition. MAC brush. I can't even tell you what the name of it is because it rubbed off. A Kazeti brush S185. I just got that. Sonia Kashuk brush. I think this was from this is the setting brush. I love this brush. I have like 3 of those brushes. Love it. Morphe E19, Sigma E32, another Sonia Kashuk brush. Yeah, I had this one for a long time. I got this for $1. When I first started off, I bought brushes from Sonia Kashuk and e.l.f. and what's the other one? I got the Inklot brushes that I hated. Yeah, and Sigma. That's what I really started off with. Now this brush from Real Techniques. This come in a set. I have a Kazeti brush S175, a Morphe brush M421, a MAC brush that's been rubbed off as a little concealer brush, and these 2 blending brushes. One from Kazeti is a D220, and a Makeup Forever for 242. So these are just the ones that I have cleaned. I have a lot of course, okay, I have my artist brush that I just washed, so that's a little wet. Real Techniques. Real Techniques are great to start off with too. I am just like a collector brush. I got higher end brushes because I want to know the difference between the lower end to the higher end, you know. And this caught me by just loving brushes and figuring out different ways that I wanted to use the brush. Again, this is another setting brush. I have 3 of them. These are my favorite. I love this for setting underneath my eye or even blending out concealer. I love it. Love it. These are some brushes that I also cleaned. Another artist brush. When I first started off, but when I started getting a little bit higher, I got Sephora brand brushes. This is the Airbrush 57. And I have another MAC brush. This is the 165. I was determined to get all MAC brushes, like all the brushes, and then I realized like why you're spending way too much money. I got e.l.f. Makeup Forever brush. Oh, excuse me. Morphe brushes. This is the E49, which I do love. The E48. This one right here, E48. This is a Sephora brush, the number This is a 56 airbrush. I don't think they have these anymore. Another is a Morphe E53, and then a Makeup Forever brush. This is the 126. These are the ones that like I said, I just cleaned, so they're a little wet. Now getting into my eye brushes. I keep them all in this little container right here. I'm just gonna start off with half of what I have and then go into the other half because it's gonna be a super long video. These are all my blending brushes, eye brushes, like shader brushes and eyeliner brushes, eyebrow brushes that I use for my eyebrows. I keep them all in here. I have a mixture. I have another artist brush. This is my Smith Cosmetic brush, the flat top. I also have another flat top, but it's from Makeup Forever. This is the 238. It's dirty. I just used that. I have Zoeva brushes. This is the 221. It's a blending brush. I believe in blending brushes of any size. This is another one from Makeup Forever. This is the 140 brush. It's very, very thick. I've used this to put on highlighter, contour with, or, you know, all over color. Love this brush. Another Kazeti brush. This is the S165. I'm not even showing you the handle. This a fluffy blending brush. Have a MAC brush, the 286. The synthetic fibers on top. Then I have my two Sonia Kashuk brushes that's in here. This is like the main thing that I grab my brushes from, and I want to redo how I do, like, I have all my brushes, because I miss out on using my Hakuhodo brushes and my other Smith brush, because I tend to just grab right here, you know, for my eye brushes, instead of like opening up the little thing right here, because it's like my hand sanitizer is like right in front of it, so I don't really, it's like it doesn't eye connect with me. So the rest of this is another Inklot brush right here, shader. This is an Inklot one too, shader brush, different sizes. Another shader brush from Inklot. I even have a brush I got out of a, I think a palette. I think this is a for NARS or something. Have that up in here. I have this sponge. I don't even know why I bought this. This is the 224 brush. It's like a little sponge applicator thing at the tip. I have a pencil brush by MAC. I don't know the number of it rubbed off. My go-tos is the E06 eyeliner brush by Sigma. I have like two of these brushes. One in like this gold color, one in silver. And my liner brush by MAC, the 210. It's very thin. I also have the thicker one. If I can find any pinner. I have a Coastal Scents, the P375. It's very thin itself. Where's the thicker one? This one by MAC. This is a 209. I've had most of these MAC brushes for a couple years now. I have the Shayna concealer brush. Other MAC brush, the 224 brush, Iconic. Another MAC brush, the 217. I think this one's new. I think I just bought that one. Yeah, I got another 217. I have like 3 217s, but like this one is like the oldest one I have. And I have the brushes by Wet n Wild. Okay, what else? What is this one? This is a Morphe brush. It's a synthetic brush. It's a E10. So these are all my eye brushes, blending brushes, eyeliner brushes right here. Well, not all of them, but these are like the ones that I kind of like gravitate to because it's like arm reach. I have another little case like this of brushes, and these are my face brushes. This is the Zoeva 101 brush. I like Zoeva, but I just don't grab for it a lot. This is Morphe 530 brush. Morphe brushes tend to be a lot scratchy, but I feel like it works for MAC blush products, especially like some of the collective blushes that came out, because they're really packed in there, and by the brush being scratchy, it really pulls up more product from that. This is the Zoeva, no, Kazeti S120. Has like a dome going up. Another Kazeti brush. This is S130. A MAC brush. I think this is 130. I got this one from Ulta. This is the It Cosmetic. No, this is their brand. I don't really like this because this thing is like, you can hear it trying to come off. But I do like this for bronzer. I have a fan brush by MAC, the 184. I have a contour brush. This is the Zoeva 109. And I also got one from Sedona Lace 3116. Got these two. This is the MAC 137. I wish I never bought it. This is the MAC 138. I think I got this at the CCO. This brush pisses me off because it sheds like crazy. Like crazy. I think this is best like for bronzer or whatever. I might just take this out because a lot of my brushes, if I don't really use that much, I end up putting it in my kit because I can use it there. That's what I'm going to do with that. Then I have my NARS Ita brush, yeah, contour brush, and I have this one that came in a set. I liked it because it was so tiny, from Smashbox, so I have that. And I have this one right here, is the Kazeti S110, and I may put that in my kit. See, I'm good. I'm doing good by doing this because I'm going to put a lot of stuff in my kit. I have a fan brush by It Cosmetics. I think I gelled it down because the whole head came off. It doesn't really have a name, so it's the real thick fan brush. It's great to contour your face with. So we're gonna get into, okay, these are some more of my brushes. This is the Anastasia brush, the A23. That's the highlighter brush, which I do like a lot. This is the MAC 139. I got this from a collection, I think the dog collection. That was a silly name. I have another MAC brush. It's the 227 brush. I've used this brush to put on my brow bone highlight, contour with, and even contour my nose with this. I have this brush from Real Techniques. Yeah, this is the other line that they came out with. This is the 100, which I do like. I like it for bronzer and blush. This is a MAC brush. This is the 135, which I do like too. Again, same thing, because it's kind of like the same type of brush, but this was like 20 something and this was like maybe 30. I did have a same brush from Morphe, but it just shed like crazy, just like the other MAC brush I just showed you. So yeah, I like those two. My face brush to set my face with is the It Cosmetics Love Beauty Fully brush. This is the, I think, 211 all over powder brush. Love this brush. I have a contour brush, the 163. I love this brush too. Another Morphe brush, the G1. I have used this to set underneath my eye or put on blush. What else have I used you for? I think I used this for my concealer as well. Another brush is the 134 by MAC. I love this brush to put on bronzer or to just set my face with. Another Sedona Lace. This is 313. I like this to contour with or even put on highlighter or to blend out my concealer. Another Morphe brush. This is the M528. I haven't used this a lot, but again, this is a hard brush. Some of Morphe brushes are really hard. This is another one that came from a set, contour set. I've used that to put, you know, do my contour or blend out my contour, my cream contour. This is another brush. I love this brush. The gunmetal brushes are like a lot better than the other original brushes. This is the GO. I have used this to set my whole entire face or put on bronzer or put a little blush on. I like this brush. Okay, I have some more brushes, of course. These are the little ones that I leave over to the side that I use to put my paint pots on, or I just don't have a place for them. Like this brush, this is from Sephora. This is the 58 brush. Usually I have contoured with this. That's pretty much it. These are, this is a no name. I think I got from Makeup Academy or something. This one is from Sigma flat top. This is the P80. Another one from the contour set. Real Techniques little brush. I've contoured my nose with that. I have a Tarte brush that I got from a set. This right here. This one is a Sigma P82. It's a round top. I got that from a set as well. I usually use that to put on my paint pots. I have a Sigma P86. It's pointed. And Zoeva 142. I think this was in a set as well. And my Sonia Kashuk brush. I've used this one to contour my nose and also get right into the inner V of my eye. I also have another Sonia Kashuk brush. Is concealer. I've used this to put on eyeshadow or put down glitter because it's a synthetic brush. And I have a Shandy brush. Is a F11. I usually use this when I'm mixing stuff together and then place it on my face and then use my beauty blender or a bigger brush to blend it all out. Okay, here's another one. I have, and this one, this is the E3 by Morphe. Love this brush for bronzing and yeah, or blush. Another set brush that I got from Morphe. Some of the brushes you could kind of see like the little pieces sticking up higher. I've used this for foundation or blending out my cream contour. Same with this one. This is the foundation brush by Makeup Geek. I used to use this to blend out my cream contour. I don't like this for foundation because it's too small. Well, I haven't seen this in a minute. That's sad. My Marc Jacob brush, face brush. I haven't used this in a minute, but yeah, it's really nice. It's a nice brush. I just need to use it more. I also have a face brush by Real Techniques. I've used this one just to blend out my cream contour. I have a synthetic brush by MAC, the 193. I've used this just to mix my my colors together if I have to, and then place it on my face. And same with this Sonia Kashuk brush, came from a set. Same thing, mix up stuff, put it on my face. I like this brush a lot. I just don't use it a lot. The M439 by Morphe. I like this. Yeah. And then I have my Holy Trinity. I love these brushes. I bought two and then I got one in a set. I love these brushes. These are the Tarte flat top brushes. I haven't used them in a while because I really got obsessed with the Beauty Blender, like superly obsessed with the Beauty Blender. So I'll be right back. Okay, I also want to mention these brushes. They're dirty because I just used them a minute ago. The flat top Dose of Color brush, and this brush from Morphe. This came from that set, that contour set. I use this to blend out my foundation. I have a Morphe G2. I use this to blend underneath my eye, and also blend my concealer. And also use the Dose of Colors setting brush, which I do love. I have this one and another one I just showed you that I like because how it's flat and you can really pat up under your eye. I really like it a lot. My Marc Jacobs bronzing brush. I use this to set my whole face. Love this brush. Zoeva 102. I use this for blush. And this is another Sephora concealer brush. This is 57. I use this to mix up my concoction foundation to get my foundation to look cohesive. Then I have the Morphe E44. I think I use this one to blend out my foundation. I have to look at my video because I don't know what brush I use for whatever, but these are the ones I use for my face. These are my eye brushes that I use today. This is my Bobbi Brown brush. This is the eye blender brush. It's very long. My Wet n Wild brush. I like these brushes, but they're so tightly packed. It doesn't work like for me, it doesn't work using it as a crease brush because it's so tightly packed. I like using brushes that are more, you know, not so tightly packed. This one is really packed. So I use this more like concentrated on the outer part of my lid. I use this brush today for highlighting the M501, just to highlight my my cheekbone. A MAC 247. This is a shader brush. I got this from I think a collection. Another one of the contour brushes from Morphe. I use this to put my paint pot on. Blending brush. You never can go wrong with blending brushes. And my Sigma highlighting brush is the F35. because I put another highlighter on. My Meteorites. I have a brow brush. Everything rubbed off on it. Just a brow brush, a shader brush from Zoeva, the 234. I used to put on my brow bone color. The inner part of my eye, I used this today. This is all jacked up, and this is from Sonia Kashuk, one of my older brushes, very older. My Makeup Forever 238 brush is a flat top. I use this to contour my nose with, like going right into that bridge. I like these brushes for that. Another Sigma brush. This is the G20. This is kind of like a concealer brush. I like this brush because it is small and I can really get exactly where I'm trying to get to on my lid. And then a flat MAC brush. This is the 212. I use this to clean underneath my brow. I've used other things before, and I continue to use other things, but I do like this one because I can really sculpt out underneath my brow. So yeah, so that is all my lower end brush. Okay guys, this is my higher end brushes. I have a special edition what's his name, Wayne Gosh brush. It's very fat and big and I love it. I've used this to bronze my face. Not as much as I should because, you know, this brush was expensive. I have another Wayne Gosh brush, Holiday Edition. This is the gold hair one. And as you see, it's like so crystal white. I've used this once for blush. Then I have a Hakuhodo G5538 brush. Again, you can use this for bronzing, blush, or highlighting. I have another Hakuhodo brush. This is the J210, and I've used this to put my blush on. Another Hakuhodo. This is the J110. I've used this to put on blush. And I have a Chikuhodo brush. This is the GSN02. I have used this to put on my face powder, blush. Yeah, face powder and blush. I have another brush. This is the Shiseido brush. Again, it's kind of like this one. Same thing. I've used this for bronzing or blush. This is another Hakuhodo. This is G5537. It's kind of like the one from the MAC brush, like this, but this one doesn't shed. You can use this for bronzer, highlighting, or contouring. I have my Tom Ford bronzer brush, which I love. I love this brush, but I don't use it a lot because I'm a crazy person. Because again, I keep gripping for everything over in this direction. And I am not left-handed, I am right. This is the bronzer brush. This is very expensive. I love this brush though. It's so sickening soft. I love this brush. Another brush I have is a Hakuhodo G104. I've used this to set my face or even put on bronzer or blush. This is a Chikuhodo brush. This is the GSN05. It's supposed to be a foundation brush, but no. I've used this to sculpt out underneath my contour or do my powder contour with this, because all these brushes are natural hair brushes, either goat or squirrel, or a mixture of the two. So I don't use these brushes for liquid. I use this only for powder. So yeah, I have that brush. I have this brush right here. It's supposed to be like a highlighting brush. This is from Hakuhodo. This is the J212 brush. It's rounded at the tip. I've used this for highlighting. Of course, this brush I just got from Wayne Gosh is I guess it's like the the Dosicolor brush. You can set around your eye, but this one is synthetic and this one is natural hair. I think it's Blue Squirrel. I have this one right here, the contour from Hakuhodo. It doesn't have a number on it, so that's that. Okay. Another brush is my Ray Morris brush. I've used this one again, bronzer, blush. For that, I haven't used that in a while though. That's sad. A powder brush from Chikuhodo. Again, what it says, I've used this to set my whole entire face or even do bronzer with. A Chikuhodo brush. I guess at the time, this is a contour brush. You can use this to contour with. It's a flat top brush. I don't know if they still have this, but it's really nice. And another Chikuhodo, not Chikuhodo, Shiseido brush for, I've used this for my, for blush. So now we're going to get into the last part, and that's my Wayne Gosh set brushes. Okay, this is my Wayne Gosh set brushes. This is the face one. I didn't get I think I got 2 sets of them. Okay, I'm not sure. I got, I don't know how it was. Okay, I have this one right here. This is the Wayne Gosh 12 brush. Now, you can use this brush to put on blush, bronzer, or even do just contour, because it's very fat and fluffy right there. I have the Wayne Gosh number 13. Again, blush if you want. He also have video like different things you could do with his brushes. I don't grab for them all the time, and I feel so bad for that because, again, they're in the tube, and I'm just like, I gravitate to everything on the left hand side of me, and I don't know why. I have another Wayne Gosh brush. This is a number 11. You can use this to blush. I think I'm gonna end up not putting them back in this, so I can put them over there. At least I can try to use them. This is the foundation brush. I used this once. I really didn't like it, the number 1 brush, because it soaks up so much product. But maybe if you're not going for such a like full type of look, maybe that'll work with that brush. Then I've got this brush, and this is the number 10 brush, and I've used this one for foundation. It was alright. Okay, but I think I like it better for blush. I have a fan brush that I love. Man, I just don't use everything. I need to put everything where in my eyesight. So that's for highlighting. Love this brush. Even contouring if you want. I have a Wayne Gosh number 2 brush. Again, you know, you could set underneath the eye or contour or even do blush with this. Same for this one, blush or contour. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna set those out. I don't get to see everything. And these are my Wayne Gosh, my Chikuhodo, and my Smith cosmetic brush. So this is a Wayne Gosh brush number 6. Ooh, baby, gotta put you somewhere. There we go. Number 6 brush. This is I love this brush, the Chikuhodo GSN10 right here, blending brush. Love a blending brush. I love a Go Hair brush. It's so smooth. Smith 230 brush. Little pencil brush by Hakuhodo. This is the G552S. This shader brush by Chikuhodo. Smith brush. This is the 232. A Wayne Gosh brush number 8. Very tight line. You can get up in your waterline. You know, you want to sketch out your, do a cut crease with this, you can do that. I have a Ray Morris, I think it's number 15 precision. It's kind of crooked at the tip, eyeliner type of eyeliner brush. Let's see that. Hakuhodo brush. This is 5522. Smith 235. I just got these Smith brushes. Still no excuse. I need to be using these. Another Hakuhodo brush, the J5533 brush. What's another one? The Smith 235 brush. Hakuhodo. No, this is Wayne Gosh number 3 brush, which I do love. Love a fat blending brush. Wayne Gosh 04 brush. It's a little bit smaller. Hakuhodo J146 brush. It's small type of blending brush. You can really get into that crease. Wayne Gosh number 7 brush. Again, precision type of brush you can get underneath your lash line. Hakuhodo brush, it does have a name, but you can really get into the crease with this one. Hakuhodo J5523, good blending brush, love this, fluffy. Hakuhodo BJ1423, good blending brush. I like this little thin one right here from Wayne Gosh. This is number 5, like that. I have a pointed pencil brush, good for underneath the eyes. This is the Wayne Gosh number 20. J5529, a little smaller brush. You still can really get into the crease with this brush. And my last one, this is Ray Morris number 14 precision eyeliner brush. Very thin. You can do a very thin line, or build up with it. These two I think are the same one. This is the G551. These are thin. And when I'm talking about like you want to do like a cut crease or whatever, these are good to use. These are very, very thin little pencil brushes. So that is it. That is all of my brushes, and kind of like what I do with them. Do I have too many? Yes, I do. I have way too many brushes. Will I buy more brushes? Possibly so. The ones that I think now that I'm more gravitated to is buying more and more blending brushes. I love blending brushes. So yeah, like this is like don't, I mean, I can't even say don't do what I did, just constantly buying brushes, but you never know until you try something, the price tag of it all and stuff. That's why I ended up buying expensive brushes, because I wanted to know, like, oh, well, what makes them better than those. And I tend, as I say, I tend to gravitate more towards my less expensive brushes. I don't really know why. I know that they're there, but it just is what my arm reach for constantly. So I am going to make more of a better and a bigger effort to actually use my my Wayne Gosh brushes, my Hakuhodo brushes and stuff like that, just to, for my sake, to use what I purchased. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope this was something that can help you out if you're trying to pick out some brushes or whatever. Again, when I first started out, I really was buying Sonia Kashuk, some MAC, Real Techniques, Morphe. Well, not Morphe, but Morphe I've gradually gotten into Morphe. It depends. I think the Gunmetal line is a lot better than the other one. The other lines they have. And even It Cosmetics. Check those out. You don't have to break the budget to get a brush. But I'm a crazy person, so I had to at least see. So, bye. Till next time, and thank you for watching.